Let's talk about optimism. We have talked about optimism yesterday as well, not as a coin, but I touched upon it, and I think I was covering Arbitrum. I was covering Polygon Matic. I was saying how Polygon Matic sucks, and then I used the example of optimism, Arbitrum, base chain, abstract, and so many other chains, and I was basically talking about layer 2. So today is the day of optimism. Optimism is sitting at 58 cents right now. And the only problem with optimism, if I slightly talk about its fundamentals, then I'll get into the ETA, is that it has inflation, unfortunately. That's the sad part of optimism. If we ignore that part, optimism has some really, really good scope in a sense that it is a layer 2 that is used, unlike Polygon Matic that is getting abandoned by the developers as well as the users. Of course, the investors are there because it is their high school sweetheart. In 2021, it made a lot of people some money, so the sentiments are there. But the on-ground reality is that when I showed that chart yesterday, I'll show it to you again, we don't see Polygon Matic anywhere in it, but you would see instances of optimism in it. Just a second. So we talked about Arbitrum, I think. I should be able to find that chart. There it is. And optimism is the red color. So this shows the overall income of all layer 2 on Ethereum. And these are the names of the coins. And if you're hearing sounds of munching, that is my cat. So this is your optimism. This is your base. And then you have Arbitrum. I think this is your Arbitrum. Yeah, it is Arbitrum. So base chain is of course a leader thanks to memes. This is your base chain. This is the money that Arbitrum is making. But you can see the red over there as well, which is optimism, but you don't see Polygon Matic anywhere. And that shows that there is hope for optimism. Optimism's inflation is not as bad as Arbitrum. Arbitrum sucks when it comes to inflation, and that's why its chart is going to suffer for a good amount of time. That is not the case scenario with optimism. Yes, the inflation is not there, but it is not as bad as Arbitrum. So that's why we still have hopes from optimism to begin with. Anyway, let's talk about its technical analysis. What do we expect from here? Well, it's really simple. Right now it's sitting at 58 cents. Believe it or not, this is a support area. So optimism is literally sitting at the support area. As long as this holds, you can continue to expect optimism to go and shoot up towards the area of 80 cents. That is going to be our first target. The second target is $1. And that's pretty much it. If you're looking at it from any other perspective, optimism is unfortunately right now stuck under the downward trend. The red line is your downward trend line. But of course, once it starts pumping and it reaches the area of 70 cents, it would get out of the downward trend and it will be on an uptrend. But all it needs to do is hold on to the 58 cents. As long as 58 cents is intact, there is hope for upward rally. If it loses it, then I'll come back and I'll let you know what to expect next. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions or I have touched on a topic and you expect me to explain a bit more, I'll try my best to explain that to you in the comments. Leave a comment, and I'm not going to tell you to like and subscribe, because if you're not interacting with the video or if you're not subscribed, you're not going to see all the 10 videos that I make every day. You're going to miss out on it, and I think you are educated enough to understand what to subscribe and what not to, because if you want to miss out on it, then why not? It's for your own good, and you should know better what is good for you.